What's up, guys? It's your girl Misha here, and welcome to my channel, Evolving Beauty. If you are new here, um, if you're not, this video is really for our subscribers, people that has been watching my videos over time. Maybe follow my beauty channel on beauty page on Facebook. It's just about where I've been and what is the plans for towards the future. So number one, guys, I've been gone because for one, I was having like creative fog before. When I was gone, I would come in and out. So my last video was a get ready with me. It was about probably now about 3 months ago. But since then, April, I became sick. I had a stroke, guys, unexpectedly. I woke up on a Sunday morning and I was heavy on my right side. And it was that feeling that you get when like you sleep, like your leg is asleep, you lay on your leg for a long time and then you're just waiting for the tingling to come back, you know what I mean? So that was what I was feeling. So I laid in bed all day Sunday, but deep inside I knew it was something wrong because as time went on throughout that night, it got towards the evening, I was really weak. When I went to go to the bathroom, I was losing my balance. And so then I told my son, like, the next morning, I am going to the ER. So fast forward to about between 6 and 7, I went to the ER and they admitted me because there were stroke symptoms. By the time I got to the ER, I had literally enough strength to slide my foot. There was no more regular walking. Literally, I was sliding by the grace of God through that door to get to the ER. Once they signed me in, checked me in, did my vitals, they took me to the back. And then I knew something was really wrong because she was like, when she sent me to the bathroom to do my own urine test or whatever, literally I had a bad time in there. Like, I made it there, but barely. And then I waste all the urine. It was a mess. And so anyways, got me a portable. I didn't have to walk to the toilet no more because literally I didn't have the strength to do it anymore. So they did the testing. Yeah, it came back confirmed. They believe I had well, it wasn't confirmed yet, but everything was looking as if I had a stroke. So they admitted me, got me a room, and I was on the stroke unit for a week total. They ran all type of tests on me. I think I had a total of 3, maybe 4 MRIs because they wanted to also scan my spine. And I've had ultrasounds on, just my neck for the arteries and my lungs. Like, they were really testing me everywhere because when I came in there, my vital signs were great. When they ran my blood work, there was nothing in my system. And other than cannabis, I'm gonna be real with y'all. And so they were like, well, what is this? You're 38 years old. What is the reason for this, the stroke? And so they just kept running, their tests. In the meantime, they realized I was severely anemic. I was so anemic. They gave me, I think, 2 bags of blood, a bag of iron. What else? Oh, the platelets. My platelets were extremely high, and that was weird because my blood was extremely low. And so that probably contributed to me having the stroke. When platelets are very high, they're fighting an infection, they're fighting something, right? But in the meantime, they can clump together and produce clots. I truly believe that would contribute to my stroke because that's the only thing that was like red flag. Extreme anemia. The platelets are extremely high. We know what that does, So, anywho, once they did and they put me on some steroids because once I got to the stroke unit, I lost all function on the right side. I could not lift this hand. I could not do nothing. Leg, nothing. It was crazy. It just was happening. Like, time went on, as it went on, it got worse. And that's because, fast forward, finding out the brain was still swelling. I should have came immediately. I waited 24 hours after the stroke was, had hit. And that could have saved me going through what I went through to get back to where I'm at now. Me knowing, having stroke history in my family, being a CNA in the past, I know better, but this just was something in me that was really stupid, thinking that it wasn't something. It's crazy because deep inside I knew it was a stroke, right? It's like your intuition tell you something bad and happened. You need to check this out. But then if you don't like going, if you're a person like me, I'll wait. I'll wait till I'm deeply in pain for a pill. I will wait till I can't breathe no more to go get for a cold. I'm like the last resort type of person. So me just like, I'm just gonna wait till the feeling come back. Me sitting there hours waiting for a feeling to come back, that was actually allowing the swelling to keep swelling on my brain, and that caused damage in blood flow, oxygen flow to my left side of the brain. So the left side is what was hit. It was my frontal lobe, and excuse this, my dog. And so that caused me to be totally paralyzed on the right side. This is my primary side, the side I do everything with. I literally had to teach myself early on in my journey on the stroke unit how to, move forward day by day, moment by moment, which is using my left side as my primary. And then they also start sending in, it was a physical therapist and an occupational therapist, and she came in and she was helping me, just get used to you trying to use this hand again and stuff like that. So fast forward towards the end of that visit at the hospital, they took me off the steroids. So I was on the steroids for a week, and they did imaging. They were satisfied with how much the swelling had went down. They were confident enough if they took me off that my body would start to move, like the swelling would go away and I would start to regain some type of movement, things like that, which did happen. It wasn't much, but it was much. Like if you've had a stroke or any type of injury, any little progress is great progress, right? So by the time I got discharged from the stroke unit, I was able to, but at this time I was transferring myself to the portable toilet in my room. I was giving myself a bath. I was putting my clothes on. I even stripped my own bed, like with the bed pad. Because I'm an old CNA, I know how to roll to the left and pull and go. Like I was, using my old skills. So I didn't have to bother the aides that were on duty. They had people that they probably really needed to take care of or help or assist. So I was using every skill I had to not bother them as much, And so that trip was over. So me, I'm thinking, okay, I could do all this. I'm straight. Still kind of in denial at what the hell just happened to me. I was in denial from the beginning, kind of. I ain't gonna say denial because I was clear about what happened, but I was in denial about my ability to survive in my new body without being, kind of taught my new way. Also in the rehab and stuff like that. So I'll get to that in a minute. So I told them, they was like, you should go to rehab. We really think you should go to rehab. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to rehab. I'm going home. My son helped me, at this point, a week in stroke unit. I'm thinking I'm good just because I'm getting a little movement, just because I was able to, I know how to transfer myself and all of that. It was like, no, you're young. You're very young. Like they came in there, they tag teamed me. I'm not even gonna lie. Tag team me, I kind of got, because I was so kind of flustered, I started crying. And they hugged me and they understood because I'm so young and this is like life-changing overnight. They understood the resistance I was having. And so anyways, I was like, I apologize because me and the lady kind of I'm fired, and she must be fired too, because the way she came in that room, like, listen, you need to go. You're young, you're beautiful. She just came in there at me like that, right? I'm already on the like fence, like, and defensive. I would say I was already defensive, and so when I was like, I'm not going. I don't care what you say. Nobody can make me do what I like. I really became that a bitch, and then I thought about it, you know what I'm saying? The physical therapist, the one that went and told her, she was the caseworker, social worker, whoever she was. She went and told her that she really recommended that I go to rehab for at least another, for however long, because she felt that I wasn't strong enough yet. And so that's what made the lady come in. So they kind of tag teamed me and was like, you need to go. And this lady here, she was like, I fit. So she was doing it out of passion. I just was in my fog of denial and just all this is new, and just I was just flustered at that. I didn't mean to take it out on her. So when she came back, I apologized to her. She gave me a big hug. She understood. She's like, no, I want you to get the best care. I want you to get the best rehab, because I truly believe you will be able to bounce right back. But I want you to go to the rehab. So I agreed to go to the rehab. So I was there for from Sunday till Monday. So I was there for 7 days, and I went to rehab. So they transferred me to another hospital, but I was at the top of that hospital because that's where their rehab was at. And I was there for another 14 days. So I went to the hospital from the stroke unit for 7, and then now I'm being transferred to rehab for, I didn't know at the time. So at the time, just going. So I get there, and it was eye-opening. I was so grateful that I decided to go. It's like it's just way different from what I experienced on the stroke unit, because they there to look for, help me out with my health, make sure my vitals is right and my heart and all that good stuff. So they not really focusing on the rehab part. They sent their PT in that did get the ball rolling. So I'm not going to, knock them for that. But the rehab, whole nother world that really sped up my mind and the things I wanted to do. A whole nother world. When I got there, they did a test, like a admit test, and they ask you the basic shit that you would not think is hard, but if you had a stroke, it is. And that's when I had the reality check. Aside from can't use my right side, the reality check came when I had to write, because I had to sign some shit out the blue, and then leave the mailman alone. And then what I was talking about, see, that's side effect from the stroke. I really forgot. What? Oh yeah, the test. So the test, the mental test, the memory, and all of that stuff. They have to do that and test you, get some points and stuff, and kind of chart you where you at, so they'll know where. Peace, stop. So they'll know exactly what stage to start therapy with you. So I had occupational therapy. That's what that was a part of, and then I had the physical therapy. And that's how, like I said, I had a realization of how bad that stroke had affected my brain. I had brain damage, literally. I scored great, but I think it was like 1 or 2 that, I needed to meet. But fast forward, rehab was great. They got me to moving. I was walking with a cane out of the chair. Princess, stop it. Sit down. Got me out of the chair, and by the time I was leaving there, I was A1. Like, literally, they never even had to come help me take a bath, none of that. I was always bathed. I bathed when I wanted to. I had my room to myself, and I just was so driven to get home, get my body back. And they felt it, they sensed it, and they helped me and egged me on. I'm so grateful. My great gratitude goes to that rehab. Those people are amazing at what they do. They go to school for that for a reason. And neuroplasticity, I think I said it right, is amazing, man. That is the reason I'm where I am now. For utilizing that, I still am doing it to this day because the brain is not healed. I'm healing. It's just the grace of God that I am here where I can still do things. Like I just did my first full face of makeup today. I was tired when I tried to attempt just some brows a couple days ago. And now I just did a full face. Like my progress is different every single day in a great way. But that brings me to the channel. Like I do my makeup. Well, I did my makeup on this channel. A lot of uploads about makeup, and I am just not. That's just not what I want to do going forward. I still have my Facebook page where I'm going to be doing live makeups as I get back more with it. But on this channel, it's just going to be, because one thing I found out is my passion, what I love, and it always goes back to self-development, self-improvement, self-love, and things like that. And I had to, like, when you go through something like this, you get to know yourself intimately in a way you never thought. You get to find out your fears. You get to find out your strength. And when I say your strength, I mean your strength, your inner strength. Because with this, I had to have it in order to get back to me. And every day I have to have it to keep wanting to get back to me, to who I am, who I was, or who I'm finna be, me 2.0, But the things you discover about yourself, whether it's good or bad, it helps you move forward in the journey of recovery. And recovery can apply to you mentally or physically, like what I'm going through. So, they say God gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers. And I've had a lot of them. And I take it in stride because I take it as a compliment, although they hurt. And I have to grow through each and every one of them to come out of them. I have to grow in some sort. It has brought me to where I am now, which is resilient, strong. I believe in myself, confident. And that's what brought me. Everyone I came into contact with kept giving me compliments about my spirit, about my attitude, about my answer to things. Because I went in there mindset that, okay, this has happened. It sucks. But I'm not going in here, woe me, why me? I'm going in here to, okay, what can I do to fix this and get back to me? What can I do to prevent this from happening again? You know what I'm saying? And that showed in every step of this process of getting back to where I am now. Honey takes you further than vinegar, and I definitely believe that. Being on the other end, being a caregiver, I just knew what type of patient I wanted, and that I was that plus 10, 20 more, So this has taught me just so much, and it not just taught, it woke up parts of me that were dormant, parts of me that I needed to constantly remember in my step of life, and it's just a lot of things that you thought were important, you realize ain't important at all. You understand why the smallest things are the most important things. And you don't take for granted just being able to walk to the bathroom. Seriously. To be able to sit on the toilet independently, without fear and all of that. How y'all just go plop down, and all of that. I took all of that for granted. And being seated and seated, I don't even know what to say. Sitting my ass down on not on purpose, being made to sit down and think and pulled away from everything that I was so busy doing. I was working, I say 1.5 jobs because I have a full-time job and then a part-time job, and just not really checking in with me, just going with the motions. And I look at this as a positive. You gotta find the good when things happen, because life will happen. And believe me, I know I've had my fair share. And then they ask you why you so positive. Because I've been through enough already before this journey arrived at my feet. I've already had to battle inner me, losing so many people close to me in my life, and persevering through that builds a resilience in you. So I was already Teflon ready. God had prepared me beforehand, prepared my spirit for the journey I was about to go independently, not because I'm mourning somebody or the loss of someone else. It's because I'm fighting for my own life. Literally, I'm fighting for me. And it opens you up to that whole YOLO. You only live once. And when you're in a situation where you're stuck in a hospital bed and you don't know your future, you just have to, I planned my own, because I said, I'm gonna be walking by my birthday, which is July 23rd. I said, I don't know how, when, but I'm gonna be walking before my birthday. That was already instilled in me. I still don't accept that I accept what they say I had. Yeah, it happened, but it's not like my identity. I'm not gonna stick to that. I'm not gonna, accept that, bring that into my future experience. You know what I mean? I'm going to use that to grow and help others in any way that I can. But this is a big pill to swallow. A lot of people have probably gotten so depressed and just et cetera, et cetera. You could go on and on how this can make you feel. I just always refuse. I'm not saying that the feelings and the thoughts never popped up or came up. I just refused. And I mean that. And it takes a lot of fucking strength to just refuse to beat yourself up. Think about how lonely you is. Think about, like, the devil of the enemy, which is yourself and your mind at this point. Because all you have is your mind and your thoughts. It can try to make you feel terrible, but you have to fight. You got to know what you going after is bigger than the shit that is trying to make you think about. You ain't got time. Like, people ask me, I don't have time. I'm trying to walk. Every fucking day is a struggle. I'm trying to pick up a fork. I'm trying to pick up this. My brain strength going towards that. So I don't have time to worry about why this happened to me. It fucking happened. So now I'm finna pick up and get it going. Like, what's the rehab? What I need to do? Get on my phone, research, read, do what I need. That's what I'm doing in my bed. I'm not sitting up there whining about why me. I did have an anxiety breakdown, like right before it's time for me to go home, because I started thinking, oh shit, the hospital is my little bubble. Now I'm going outside my bubble to my home. I haven't been there since the incident. And so it's like, how I'm gonna sleep, how I'm gonna bathe, how I'm gonna do this, how all of these little hows start coming in my head. My brother had to literally not, but just literally yell at me and be like, what is wrong with you? Why are you tripping now? Blah, blah, blah. Brought me back to sanity. But yeah, your mind can get away from you, especially with this. Like, you have anxiety in a lot of ways. You have to fight yourself. And it's hard. But you can do it. I did it. I'm doing it. I will continue to do it because I believe in me. I believe in the journey, my dream that I've always had before this happened. It's like this has recalibrated me and refocused me so I can just like get rid of the bullshit that we as people put in our mind. I don't need to be there. Projects, things that just take you away from the goal, the assignment. A lot of people using the word, she knew the assignment. Okay, all the other bullshit takes you away from the actual assignment. So when something like this is my take on it. When something like this happens, it helps you get rid of the bullshit so you can get focused on the soul's assignment. And that's what I feel is happening to me. And that's the reason why I can no longer, put up beauty videos, because that's not what I want to do. That's not where I'm at. Now you can catch me on Facebook when I get up, get to moving like I'm supposed to, doing some lives, because I still love my makeup. But my channel, this channel is going to be self-development, improvement, and this is like my little safe haven for my recovery. And that's what's most important to me. I have to take care of me first, so that way I can take care of everything else that God will put in my path. So, I don't mean to, bore you guys. If you sat here and listen to this, I say thank you. But yeah, I won't be doing the beauty videos, so it's okay. If you want to go ahead and unsubscribe, go ahead. I appreciate your support, up until this point. I really do, because it's hard out here for a girl in the beauty world putting up beauty videos and stuff like that. So for people that subscribe to your channel, it means a lot. Especially, I've been in the game a long time, and my channel is a small channel. So I'm just very grateful for those who did take the time to subscribe and rock with me for years when I used to half-ass upload and stuff like that. I'm grateful, and I wish you all the very, very best. But yeah, this new journey is going to be about restoring, rehealing, relearning, a new blueprint for my life, and not moving off the old blueprint. I feel like the moment I left this house was the moment I walked away from all of the old habits, disciplines, and all of those things that I did not need in my experience. It was hindering me from me and what I want in life, what spirit wants from me. Because everybody was sent here with an assignment, and some people come here and know their assignment automatically. And I'm one of those people that have always searched for that assignment when I've always knew, because I was always scared of my assignment. Well, no longer. When you face a life-altering experience, fear does not live in your vocabulary anymore. I don't have any room for fear or any other negative things that can come from just life. I'll recognize it and I'll dismiss it. It don't make you immune, but I'll know how to get rid of it. You know what I'm saying? It's like life is to be lived and not to be stressed, and not to have negative energy and negative vibrations around yourself. And everything starts from self. It took myself to bring me back right here, the grace of God first and foremost. But me, my inner strength, my inner resilience, my inner desire. And that's when I discovered the mind will get you, everything I've been learning up until this point. This incident that happened to me kind of put the nail on the coffin to the truth behind it. Your mind is the most powerful thing in this world, and you can use it for anything, for your benefit or your demise. It's up to you. And so that's what I'll be, researching, dissecting, and talking about, that type of stuff. Now, if you want to keep building yourself, changing your life, changing your paradigm, the things you look at, how you look at life, changing your blueprint so it can match the life you can match the life you see up here without all the stresses that are unnecessary. We really don't. The things we stress about when your life is hanging in the balance, you don't think about none of that shit. So why think about it now? Let it go now. So those are the things I'll be talking about. Thank you guys for watching. I want to say, if you want to join my stroke rehab, mind rehab, I don't know what to call it. It won't be around stroke because it's more on a mindset rehab for me. But yeah, the physical rehab, of course, guys, I have to do that. That's number one, every day, all day, every second of my life. But it takes the mental You got to keep working that mental muscle to be able to even have the mental strength to go, to keep going for whatever it is in life. Not my journey right now is to walk fluidly, you know, but your journey might be something else. You still have to work that brain muscle to get there. So I'll see you guys in my next video. I want to say thank you for those who are going to stick around with your girl, and those who decide to leave and that has subscribed. I want to say thank you again. I appreciate that. And I'll see you guys in my next video. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. I will make sure to put them in the next video. And until next time, peace, love, and happiness, guys.